Edo State Governor Senator Gov Okpebholo don launch the Armed Forces Remembrance Emblem with 10 million naira as he reaffirmed the commitment of his administration to build a society of peace and security wey go ensure say unity prevail for the state. The governor, wey Barrister Musa Ikhilo, secretary to the state government, represent, yarned this to members of the Nigerian Legion, ex-servicemen, families of the fallen heroes of the Nigerian Armed Forces, security personnel, and other government ogas dem for Festival Hall, Government House, Benin City. Oga Governor Contoc said the Armed Forces Remembrance Day na time to reflect on the sacrifices made by ogbonge men and women wey show courage and selflessness, stand gidigba as defense war for the country's unity. A constant talk say despite the challenges, the government go continue to give the armed forces the support wey dem need, sake of say dem don pay the ultimate price and e not too much to show dem solidarity.
Today we gather in solidarity, honor, and deep gratitude to launch the emblem for the Armed Forces Remembrance Day celebration. This emblem symbolizes more than just a tradition. It represents our collective resolve to remember, respect, and support the men and women who have paid the ultimate price for our nation's peace and security. Armed Forces Remembrance Day is a time to reflect on the sacrifices made by our gallant servicemen and women who, through courage and selflessness, stood as the defensive wall of our national unity. It is also a moment to honor our veterans who continue to inspire us with their dedication and resilience. At this point, it is important to recall the sacrifices made by our gallant servicemen and women in the course of their duty to the nation. They have participated in several wars to defend and protect the sovereign integrity of our country, Nigeria. They have not only done that, they have also participated in a lot of peace missions around the world to the emulation of not just African countries, but even, global armed forces all over the world. We recall the participation of our armed forces in Liberia, peacekeeping missions in Liberia, in Sierra Leone, in the Democratic Republic of Congo, and other parts of Africa and even the Middle East. It is in this light that we say that we are able to sleep peacefully in our homes because there are men who stand ready to do violence on our behalf. I am paraphrasing a quote from George Orwell, who said, "We are able to sleep peacefully only because rough men stand ready to do violence on our behalf." And these are part of the sacrifices of our armed forces. There are those who gave their all. In nation building, all of us give something to build our country. But there are men who give everything. And these men are part of Nigerian Armed Forces. And that is why it is imperative that we remember their sacrifices. We know that there are challenges. And despite those challenges, they continue to march forth. We continue to give them all the support that they deserve, despite the criticisms or the challenges that they may confront, or we as a country may confront. Because it is not enough to be a critic. It is not the critic who counts, and not the man who points out how the strong men stumbled, but the man who is actually in the arena. Our armed forces are in the arena day and night, paying the ultimate price, defending us, protecting us, and it is not too much to support them, express our solidarity for them no matter the odds or no matter the challenges that may confront us from different dark forces. As we embark on this year's remembrance activities, I urge all citizens to support this noble cause wholeheartedly. Your contributions, be it financial, moral, or symbolic, goes a long way in providing care, rehabilitation, and empowerment for those who have served and for the families of the fallen. It is in this light that we would like to express as a government that the Edo State government will look into the requests presented by the chairman of the Nigerian Legion, Edo State. Some of the requests are requests that we believe that His Excellency the Executive Governor, Senator Gov Okpebholo, we act upon expeditiously when presented. Definitely in this time and age, for an organization that represents something this very deep and symbolic to us, 25,000 naira for overhead cost is quite embarrassing. And I believe that if that request is presented formally, His Excellency will review it upwards quite drastically. Others are requests that he will also be willing to consider the need to still integrate members of the Nigerian Legion who are quite active in the security architecture of the state, because security is a collective concern and we need all hands to be on deck. And we believe that the Nigerian Legion has a very key role to play in this respect, in terms of their experience and in terms of their years of sacrifice, commitment, and dedication to country and men. Let us take this opportunity to reaffirm our commitment to building a society where peace, security, and unity prevail, a society worthy of the sacrifice made by our armed forces. It is in this light that I wish to re-emphasize the need for us to work as a nation together in unity, beyond diversity, beyond differences of tribes and tongues and religion, to come together and build a sense of nationhood, loyalty, and brotherhood. And there is no better body in Nigeria presently that symbolizes this brotherhood than the Nigerian Armed Forces. The training, discipline, and professionalism in the Nigerian Armed Forces is a remarkable blueprint that can be adopted in every sector of our society to foster unity and foster cooperation and working together beyond the divides of ethnicity, religion, tribes, and tongue. And that is an area we need to emphasize, and we need to continue to encourage our members of the Nigerian Armed Forces and even the Nigerian Legion to continue to promote, because we have a lot of work to do to heal the deep gulf that exists in our society when it comes to diversity and managing this diversity. In conclusion, the Edo State government is launching this year's emblem with a sum of 10 million naira. And His Excellency, the Executive Governor, is urging all of us to donate generously and wear the emblem with pride and participate actively in the remaining activities coming up on the 15th of January 2025. Together, we can ensure that the bravery, valor, and sacrifices of our armed forces remain etched in the hearts of our nation for generations to come. Thank you. God bless our armed forces. God bless our veterans. And God bless the good people of Edo State. Thank you.
Edo State Chairman of the Nigerian Union, Ignatius Enabulele, after he don't give emblems to military men and others for their talk, on here and said the bravery and gallantry of the Nigerian Armed Forces, they commendable, and their actions don't keep the nation united, and them go always they appreciated and valued.
I heartily welcome you all to this auspicious occasion of the launching of the 2024 Armed Forces Remembrance Day celebration, Emblem and Appeal Fund Week. Today, we gather once again to acknowledge and appreciate the supreme sacrifice, patriotic zeal, gallantry, and bravery of our fallen heroes and veterans of the First and Second World Wars, Nigeria Civil War, and the various peace support operations around the world. Meanwhile, we must also remember soldiers engaged in current internal security operations, particularly the ongoing war against insurgency in some parts of the country. It is great to honor the members of the gallant officers and men who paid the supreme sacrifice of keeping the country united. For we salute those who survived the wars with various degrees of incapacitation, disabilities. We assure you of our loving care and attention. Some of those incapacitated some are here with us seated. In John 15:13, in the Holy Bible succinctly illustrates the spirit of altruism and sacrifice. Greater love had no man than this, than to lay down his life for friends. The brave men and officers we have come to honor here today to launch the Remembrance Emblem, lay down their lives to safeguard the territory of our nation. They voluntarily signed to serve, knowing fully well of the bitter consequence of paying the supreme price. In the words of late American Chief of Staff General Randy A. George, the World War's second veterans, it is better to fight, I quote, it is better to fight for something than to live for something. We have come here to thank them, to assure that the sacrifice they made remain eternally appreciated and valued. While we salute their bravery and gallantry, let us remind ourselves of the need for peaceful coexistence as a nation. Let us collectively and individually shun tendencies that ignite violence and chaos in our nation. Let us celebrate our diversity and see our differences as a source of strength and developmental opportunities, rather than see them as weaknesses to be exploited by narrow-minded individuals or political groups for their own social or economic advantages. Let us hold high the noble flag of inclusiveness, fairness, equity, and level playing ground. Great nations are built when everyone has a stake and is treated as an equal partner in the scheme of national development. We owe our heroes and veterans eternal debt of gratitude, not just in words or the usual bromance, but in concrete positive actions. Furthermore, let us lower the temperature of incendiary and divisive rhetoric. Let us address the root causes of social tension in our polity, which today has given rise to various separatist agitations boiling in our nation. Today, as we gather to launch the Emblem Appeal Week, let us remember the families of the gallant soldiers who paid the ultimate price. Let us give them a reason to be proud that their husbands, sons, and daughters truly died for causes greater than their individual lives. At this juncture, I wish to formally congratulate our amiable, gentle, and hardworking governor, Senator Gov Okpebholo, on your well-deserved victory at the booths and the successful swearing ceremony. May God use you to lead us to the promised land in Jesus' name. Sir, I wish to respectfully remind you of the promise made by the previous administration to include the Nigerian Legion in the state security architecture. Your Excellency, sir, I wish to respectfully request the following: that the Nigerian Legion should be included in the control and enforcement of the environmental laws of the state. That the Nigerian Legion should be involved in providing security for the public schools across the 3 senatorial districts in line with the vision of our President and Grand Patron, His Excellency Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. That we need at least 3 operational vehicles, healers, 1 for each senatorial district. Presently, the 1 vehicle we have is old and rickety. It is draining our meager resources. There should be an increment in the current monthly overhead of 25,000 naira to 200,000 naira to meet up with our present economic situation of the country. The Nigerian region requires more funds to empower the families and dependents of our fallen heroes. Finally, Your Excellency, the present location of the cenotaph of the unknown soldier is not conducive. It's not conducive. Therefore, we humbly appeal that it should be relocated to a more serene, conducive, and spacious environment. We want our Nigerian Legion building complex, built in 1960, to be renovated with modern facilities and fittings. Sir, we the Nigerian Legion shall be grateful if the above demands and other assistance are granted to us.
Today we gather not only to participate and observe, but also to reaffirm our collective appreciation for the sacrifices made by the gallant men and women of our armed forces. This occasion offers us a unique opportunity to reflect on the selfless service and unwavering dedication of those who had risked and given their lives to protect our nation's sovereignty, unity, and peace. Their courage in the face of adversity and their commitment to duty remind us of the peace of the freedom we enjoy today. The emblem we launch today is more than a symbol. It is a statement of our gratitude and pledge of support to those who had served and to the families of those who had paid the ultimate price. It stands as a call to every citizen to honor our heroes and contribute to their welfare. My appreciation goes to Edo State government, all our distinguished girls, stakeholders and partners who have come together to make this event a success. Your presence is a testament for your dedication to this noble cause.
As we come to the end of this emblem launch ceremony, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to our armed forces for their unwavering commitment to protecting our nation. Your bravery and sacrifices will never be forgotten. Let us continue to support our veterans and their families and honor the memories of our fallen heroes. The emblem we launched today serves as a reminder of our collective responsibility to uplift our armed forces and their families. Thank you to everyone who has contributed to this noble cause. Your donation will go a long way in supporting the welfare of our armed forces personnel and their families. Let us continue to stand together in solidarity with our armed forces, and may we never forget the sacrifices they made for our freedom and security.
Make una not forget say, as we see am, na so we dey talk am, we no dey take blame. From Government House, Benin City, Ekata Ojesole, TMC TV News.